Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Classic Tetris 4, the Quattro. We're here live at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It is the Jonas Neubauer Cup. We are starting off the morning with our final qualifying session. As you can see on the screen, we've got four good players here going from the top and around the circle. We have Cole Bucket in the upper left, Chaotic Hazel on the upper right. Then we go down bottom right. It is Martz, and bottom left, Tetris Ranger. Those are the four qualifying players you will see here. We also have players qualifying on CT1, CT2, CT3, and the Quattro. So get four browser windows open. Check out all of the action here as we figure out who's going to be in the gold and silver brackets. And I'm going to step away for just a brief moment because I have to see who is doing co-coms with me. I don't think it is Grand Design, so hang with me. BRB, I'm going to see who's joining me for this qual session. All right. Sounds like you may get the Ethan Thoughts experience for part of this. And Lighthouse Tetris asking the real questions. Why is Martz wearing that? If you're talking about his headgear, that is the trademark Martz Kaka hat. The Kaka hat has some sort of, it's got some sort of juju or voodoo embedded in it. In one of my first ever matches online, I actually played against Martz. And I went up 2-0 on him, and he pulled out the Kaka hat and proceeded to reverse sweep me. So that thing has some sort of weird black magic associated with it. And hello, Cox Danny J shouting out. Okay, so we know where Cox Danny J, we know where your allegiances lie. We've got Martz, Ranger, boo Hazel, boo Cole. So Danny making his loyalties clear. And a toast. There we go. Danny knows where his priorities lie. We are still getting set up here. The main stage is getting their players ready to go. We are basically ready to go here. I think we're just waiting for our judges and our score runners to get into position and get in spots. And then once we reach that point, we'll be able to get this qualifier started. Now, Danny, not to be outdone, I am one of the old guys, and if you look at that qualifying scores on the right, I'm currently sitting in gold. Will I stay in gold? Probably not, but as of right now, I'm there. As is Ben Mullen, who is currently sitting in 30th. And so as of right now, okay, give me just a sec here. Hazel is asking about cutoff for gold. So wait, are you asking about gold cutoff? Are you asking about gold cutoff? Gold cutoff as of right now is in the 600,000s. But we're projecting that to make gold, you're probably going to need at least a 750K.
What's the last silver?
And Tetris Ranger asking about silver. Hard to say right now. I'm waiting for the scores to load on my tablet so I can see where all the qualifiers sit. But based off of last year, to make silver, you would have needed probably about a 300K.
I think I can, maybe. I don't know about you, but I'm all right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking at around, say, 90 or so people qualifying. I think we've just about filled up this qualifier session here. And Leduc guy is saying silver 500K. I think it's going to be a little lower than that. That's based off last year's numbers, but also, once again, I am furiously shuffling through my tablet to get to the qualifying scores to see what we're looking at. And Nima asking if T-Storm is on stream. No, T-Storm is off stream for his qual. I think I see him. I'm sitting at CT4. And I think T-Storm is like the third row in from me, kind of in the middle. I'm pretty sure that's T-Storm right there. So if you're looking for T-Storm, he will be off stream for this one. All right, and I apologize if I butcher your name, Tolstoy, or I'm guessing that's how you pronounce your name. 20 goat, an insane stat. The kicker of the max outers is about 30K higher than the highest scores of the next 14 players. So that is absolutely wild. And based on what we're seeing here, the way it's looking, you're probably going to need a max out to get a first round bye. So and we might even have some max outers that don't get a first round bye. That's how that is how top heavy this year's Jonas Cup is. So many strong players at the top of the gold bracket. So 2 max outs should almost assuredly get you gold, but you're going to need at least 1 to have a chance at that bye. And to give you a rundown on who is qualifying on the other stations, we've got some big hitters on CT1 and CT2. If you want CT1, we've got Alex T, Matt Martin, Meme, and Sharky. On Classic Tetris 2, we've got Arctic, XC, Biggie Mac, Rose, and Zempro. On CT3, Danny pointing it out, we've got the old man stream on CT3, where we have... Yeah, and Bidwell reminding us that CT3 is the party bracket. You've got Bidwell, Grand Designs, King, and yes, you have Buko on CT3. Over here on CT4, as you can see, you've got Cole, Hazel, Tetris Ranger, and Martz.
CT4.
Yep.
Hey, Toast. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. But, yep. And main stage will start all of us. Yeah. And also for those of you watching, main stage will announce all 4 qualifiers, so we will all 4 start at the same time. So it'll be based on whatever they say, whenever they say.
Good morning, CTWC. Hi, Danny.
All right. And Bossman Kingsman coming in, letting us know that it is time for the last warm-ups for the players. So we will be getting started very, very shortly. Now, as mentioned, some powerful players in the Tetris community are qualifying this morning. I think it's realistic that of the players that are on our 4 streams, you could be looking at about a dozen of them making gold bracket, in addition to some of our off-stream players making gold bracket. I'm seeing some walk-ins that came in. For those of you that are OGs, Terry Purcell is off-stream. He was a last-minute addition. He will be off-stream. There's another player that's probably going to make gold bracket. And you've also got, as I mentioned, T-Storm's off-stream, Xenophilius onto the quals off-stream, Zohasadar also off-stream. So whether you're here in person watching the off-streamers or watching any of the CT channels 1 through 4, you're going to get good Tetris for the next 90 or so minutes when we start qualifiers.
I gotta qualify. He's playing.
Okay, so I got a 696.
All right. I gotta run over there. I want to meet him. I gotta lock in.
Yeah, that was
What?
we met up at the airport, like right outside the airport. I was trying to get the show. Hey, I know I'm saving money what I need to do right now.
Yeah.
Save the money for flight. Exclamation point, Match Arena in chat. You can donate to
Right
the
at the
price
end,
list
in the blue shirt.
currently. Right there. Oh, there it is. Right at $431.73 in the current price pool. That's right now. Definitely get that higher a little bit. So,
Look at his tag on the
exclamation point,
monitor.
Match Arena. Let's try to hit at least 500.
It's not. No.
Speed run. If we could speed run to
Look at the
500
tag on
We're
the
gonna do it
monitor.
before they start qualifying. You know, that'd be ideal.
I don't think that's him.
before we get those calls going, gotta do the obligatory social media posts.
Probably what you should be doing. Yeah.
I'll probably be doing that. All right.
You would be here tomorrow, right?
Are you okay being on the Instagram story?
I haven't looked at tomorrow.
All right.
But Ninja's going solo.
All right. Back to the talking. Oh yeah, if you're not following us on Instagram, @Classic Tetris on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
Why aren't you?
Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on every social media platform that you can find us on.
We're not on Blue Sky.
Not yet.
Technically have an X account on Twitter. Or we're verified. Or blue check mark.
Yes, we are. And you can. I forget. We can do like the stream. I keep getting notifications.
I think we do.
So we're live on Twitter. Hello there. Shout out.
If you are one of the
Shout out to Kid!
stream on Twitter right now, we're a real one. Oh, good question. What is for chat saying? Oh, we got a lot of people excited for us to be commentating. Yeah. Put that right in the middle there.
Hey, Bella. Yeah, good few friends of ours in chat right now. Good morning. And then, yeah.
Alright guys, let's get on the screen because we're going to start.
All right, I am back here, and Senzel is saying, waving to all of us. Senzel, are you actually here in person? If you are, I probably can't see you because I have a giant TV in the way of me in the crowd. So yeah, for those of you, you're at home. So for those of you that are not here in person, CT3 and CT4 are on side stages off to, well, I guess that's why they call them side stage, off to the side of the main stage. And where I am, I have all of my screens and the TVs, but there's a big, like 70-inch flat panel TV obstructing my view of the crowd, and that's where the crowd gets to see all of the action for CT4. And CT3 is a similar setup. All right, and Senzel is clearly. Is that your mom? Okay. So yeah, Senzel is apparently playing a game of Catris, and Danny getting in with the band. Senzel will do a face reveal when Hazel is in CTWC finals.
I'm not chopped liver, am I? What?
I can only go off of what's in the chat. Tetris Ranger's feeling a little left out of the action here. But hey, Tetris Ranger, you are one of my 4 favorite players on this stream. And as we're waiting to go on here, looking at the top players here, Pixel Andy qualified yesterday and just had an insane qualifier. 8 max outs and a 999,000 kicker in 90 minutes. So that is your number 1 seed right now. After that, you have 4 players with 4 max outs: AV Geek Dog, Wallbant, and Fractal, all with 4 max outs. We have Scooty, Scotto, and Robin with 3. Then you have Svavar, DMJ, and Hana with 2. And we got 3 more below them with each with a max out: Vance, Huff, and Jacobo. So an absolutely stacked top half of the gold bracket. And Danny pointing out that Tetris Ranger is so special, he can be seen on CT3 and CT4. So if you want to put both windows up, CT3 and 4, you can see Tetris Ranger in stereo.
Currently not in her seat. Probably getting something, but fan favorite. Superstars is
Thank you.
Superstars of classic Tetris. Lovable personality. Wonderful guy too. Has the Ignite.
Are you able to give me the cowbell again, just in case I get a max out? No rush.
And again, 1.3 with depth. This is very efficient stacking.
All right, and Danny, again, the MVP here. He has put a link in the chat so that you can view all 4 qualifying streams. The only downside of that is that you do not get to see any of the off-stream players. We have some big names off-stream as well that were previously mentioned.
One of our finalists from last year at Jonas Neubauer.
Went against Sweetie, got out, unfortunately. We'll see.
Yeah. I remember, I know, me fought Alex back in all the way the olden times of last June at our regular Classic our main event, the Classic Technical Championship over in Pasadena. And he was only one of our top players.
All right, and at this point, we're just waiting for main stage to get themselves ready.
Like I know Alex Keith swept the whole of CTWC, but
And once they are ready, then we will all start. But do want to give you all the reminder, hit up the Matcherino if you have not done so already. That is the prize pool for this tournament. And once I get all set up here, we'll put that Matcherino link in the chat for you.
Okay, got it. Stay hydrated.
Matcherino is what you're looking for. I would do it myself, but having a little technical difficulties on my laptop. I do not see the mouse of all things, so bear with me as I get that situated. But the thing that matters is you can still see the stream, you can still see the players, you can still hear me. And if you're lucky, you might hear Ethan thoughts coming on over in a little while. All right, we got thumbs up from everybody. So everybody is ready. Everybody's about to play. This 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And yep, Guafi saying he thought Cole was not going to Jonas Cup. True story, he is. Obviously, he is here. It was kept on the DL, so only a select few knew that Cole was going to be making an appearance. So I am going to point out that on CT3, Bidwell has already raised his hand, getting on the board with 7 points. So yeah, Bidwell with a kicker of 7. All right, and Hazel doing the same, getting that kicker of 764. Now, as we're getting started, I believe most of these players have given me some form of info that I can use to share with you all, let you know a little bit about all of these players.
122 is what I got on the stock show.
So as we get started here early on, we're going to get to know Cole a little bit. Cole now in college, studying psychology, and as I mentioned, just started college this fall, as I recall. Now, obviously, you all know he is a roller, but we are at a DAS tournament, so rolling is strictly prohibited, and we'll be very judgmental about that. right. So we'll keep on going here. You had a little brief interruption for some tech stuff, but Cole has made his fair share of in-person tournaments. He competed at Philly this year, Michigan last year, also did Cleveland CTW 2024 champion, and he's a multi-time top 4 finisher in CTWC. Now, it is important to know that Cole does have a max out on DAS, so we could be looking at the 15th player to get a max out here on CT4. So yeah, those of you that are watching, flash for a second. But yeah, those of you that are watching at home, you're probably seeing Hazel's next box is not showing up on our screen. I mean, she can obviously see what's going on, but as far as you all at home, you'll have to guess what it is. So if you're at home watching, you are in essence playing Stupid Tetris Monthly if you're looking at her side of the screen. Now, looking at our games here, Cole's got a pretty good pace. He's at a 380K, 84 lines in. So I mean, based on what I'm seeing right now, I would estimate he's going to be close to the he's going to be close to a 600K transition if he's able to keep this up and maintain that pace. We'll do a round-the-clock update on scores. Hazel at 144,033 lines in. Martz with the 256K at 92 lines, but he does have that gap in column 2, keeping him halfway up the board. Gets it open, and now he's ready for a triple, not a Tetris, because he's got a gap in column 7. So he's going to take the triple and transition that well back over to the right side. All right. And over onto our last one, Tetris Ranger sitting at 226K at 57 lines. It's a good pace, but he's got some work to do to clean up this board. So we'll see if he can get something over to the left. He does, and I think he might be able to get this board dropped down. And if so, it's going to look pretty good for him. He's on a 460,000 transition pace, a solid number for him as a player with a PB in the mid-600s on DAS. All right, and we've got family chat going on here in CT4. We've got the Scooty family chatting with the family of Hazel and Tetris Ranger, going back and forth with the bants in the chat. Love to see it. Now we'll bring our focus up to the top left where Cole is nearing transition. He can get 2 more Tetrises before going to level 19. Sets up and gets the Vits, gets the Tetris. 552 with 1 more Tetris to go. And we'll see what happens here. Meanwhile, Martz tops out at 310,000. The power of the Kaka hat not working for him in that one. And Cole's going to Tetris in. 577K is his transition. And now he is on the journey to the kill screen. Meanwhile, looking down at Hazel's side of the board, 303,000 at 76 lines. Solid pace on her part. I would say this is probably at least going to be a mid-400,000s transition if she can maintain this pace. And that would actually be, I believe, a DAS PB for her if she's able to get into the high 400,000s. All right, looking at our upper left side here, Cole onto level 21, 638,000. As of right now, we are projecting, as Cole gets a nice flat burn, we're projecting that the cutoff for gold is going to be between somewhere around 750 to 800,000. So a little bit of work to do for Cole to get into gold. He hangs a piece there up on the top, but he's going to be able to burn it down. Hazel, meanwhile, tops out at 337,000. That score should solidly be good enough to get into silver, and Cole's going to top out, it looks like, unless he can get a quick tap over. He cannot, and he's got a 647,000 for his opening score. That's going to put him around 44th on the qualifying screen. Now, we started sharing about Cole before things got interesting on our boards here, but as far as Cole is concerned, outside of Tetris, he does he does Ninja Warrior obstacle courses, which is pretty dang cool in my opinion. He enjoys playing Mario Kart and Minecraft outside of Tetris. I believe on one stream that I did with him, he actually, after the game was done, he pulled up Mario Kart World and started tricking on the track, which was fun to watch. Now, he's also, in addition to doing Ninja Warrior, he's placed at some Ninja Warrior competitions, and also, for fun, does work with content creation and volleyball. So, Cole's going to be one of my faves with that line in there.
Score.
All right, and on the bottom, Tetris Ranger transitions, and he tops out at 455,000 points. So a good score from Tetris Ranger. Again, that 455, probably good enough to be solidly in the thick of silver.
Good kicker for her. 846 with Sharky is trying to build at least for 2 more sentences here. Has no birds left for 2. Burns out of that last one, so can only get 1 more to 29. Will do so. 887.
All right, and still early on in the qualifier. The noise you're hearing is that on CT1, Matt Martin has maxed out, so Matt Martin catapults into the top 16 of gold bracket with a max out.
Shout out to Ninja, by the way, for this lovely bell that we have here. Mine's in the back.
All right, and we took time to get to know some of our other players, but I'm going to stop for a minute here. We're looking down at Marta's side of the board, 420K transition pace for him, so a solid number on his side. And we'll kind of do an around-the-clock update. Mart's, again, 235K at 72 lines. Tetris Ranger just getting started. He's at 26,000, make it 49,000 with the Toastress after 14 lines in. Cole sitting at this is a good pace from Cole, actually, 630,000 at 42 lines. So he's going to put up some big numbers here. And then going up to Chaotic Hazel, starting off a new game, 771 points, going for the Sidnev strats, gets the push down points, and gets a very dirty triple. All right, and looking at the chat here, we got some trainer codes being shared amongst the players. So this has gone from Tetris chat to Pokemon Go chat apparently. So yeah, I guess share your Pokemon Go trainer codes in the chat. All right, and just caught a shout out from Beast and Shen. Beast and Shen shouting out the comms. Love to see it. And Ro Higgins giving a tier 1 subscription. Thank you so much, Ro Higgins. Subscribing to the Quattro here on Classic Tetris 4. All right, and as I go through all of my stuff here, I'm going to look for my next player I can share some fun stuff about. We'll see what I have here. I know Nima's in the chat. Nima, I just passed your profile. I am 99.9% sure I have something for Hazel. I just have to scroll down and find it. There you go. Now, you're asking for my Pokemon Go code? I actually do not play Pokemon Go. I did for a bit when it first came out many moons ago, but not so much anymore. All right. And me taking a sneak peek at the other stream, I see Grand Designs just got a 671K, so a good score from him. And Cole right now with another solid effort on his part, 405,000 at 89 lines. He's looking at a minimum a half max transition, probably even more than that. Again, we said he was pacing around a 630K, so great effort on his part once again. Again, Cole's looking at getting into that upper echelon of gold bracket. Thinking he could probably get a 900K. His goal is to beat me. If his words not mine. If he doesn't beat me, he's walking out of here and walking back home. All right, and do I see this right? We have a hype train coming on Classic Tetris 4?
Black board. Love to see it.
So yeah, we might actually have a hype train coming here. Level 1 hype train. You got 5 minutes to level up this hype train. Let's see it happen.
Has a little bit of a high center and fill out the sides. So easy. Again, easy.
And while this hype train is going, it's going to be the Chaotic Hazel hype train because we're going to share some info about Chaotic Hazel. Hazel currently in school, does not work, and I don't know how a hype train on CT4 happens, but it's happening. Let's make this a thing. Now, Hazel is a roller. She is a max out roller. She's got a 1.1 mil rolling, but this is DAS. So PB on DAS is a little lower. I want to say it's in, again, I think I mentioned before, in the mid 400,000s. So we'll see what happens here. Now, she's attended multiple tournaments, the Northeast Regional, 2 Boston, 2 Parity, CTWC this year, Philly, and we're going to add the Jonas Cup to the list because she's here right now. And the important accomplishment in Tetris that Hazel wants y'all to know about, she's undefeated against Weston.
The players are not happy. There's trouble.
All right, now outside of Tetris, Hazel plays softball and sometimes does bowling too. All right, and I've got a fun fact in the chat. We'll get to that at the end. Actually, yeah, we'll get to that at the end. But outside of Tetris, she plays Mario Kart, OG Mario Bros, Yoshi Island, and Smash Bros. So basically the whole Mario game circuit on her end. And she is the reigning Long Island Mario Kart 8 Deluxe champion. Congrats on that, by the way. And she loves art and being silly with her friends. And Sanzel, as I mentioned, we're going to get to it at the end. The other fun fact, Hazel is the biggest Yoshi fan you will ever meet, and that is not up for discussion. All right, and Cole coming in tops out with a 652,000. So that's gonna bring him up a little more. But as you can see, the big scores from the main stage and the top half of the gold bracket are coming in. I've already been bumped down 5 spots because Meme, Sharky, Terry, Alex T, and Matt Martin have both gotten scores over 800,000.
Bit of a high center there for Matt. Puts the bar in the center, maybe not at mass. Oh, we can get that bar. I think early shift from Matt to the, well, I don't know how.
I wouldn't call this a early top out, at least, for the average Tetris player, topping
Yeah,
out
that-
at like coast 20 is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, depends on like what people consider to be that top player. Like
All right, and of course, Sanzel asking the real questions.
yesterday.
Should I be worried? Did she buy more Yoshis? We're gonna need a bigger house. You know, you're gonna need like a she shed or something for all the Yoshis that are gonna be coming.
That's one of the things where like if you are like one of those top players, you can go further in post like consistently. So
All right.
While we were talking about that,
And right now, we're 15 minutes into the qualifier here, so still plenty of time left for these players to get some good scores in. Doing a round the clock update here, starting in the top left. Cole 95,000 at 21 lines. Hazel 231K at 44 lines. This is an insane pace from Hazel. She's got a Hey Now pace of 690,000 for this transition, which would absolutely be a PB. Going down to Martz, 80,000 at 28 lines, and Tetris Ranger is at 70,000, 15 lines in. But we'll keep an eye on this top half of the board because things look like they could get very spicy here as the game goes on.
try to get this max early. 859 for game 2, so yeah, Sharky and Meme cutting it close.
All right, now Hazel, one under halfway up the board, but getting some great burns, good solves on her part, opens up this board, ready for the Tetris, and Hazel is rewarded with the long bar after a slight drought. Coming up on halfway to transition, that pace is still looking absolutely primo, but she has to put some weight on that well on the right. So now halfway to level 19, this is almost still a 600,000 pace from her.
oh, maybe?
928. Improves on his kicker.
Come on, Sharky.
And there's a max for Meme.
All right.
28 for Sharky.
19 for Sharky.
So Cole right now looking at over a 500,000 pace. At about 540,000. He's a little high up, but should be able to get out of this. Oh, what a perfectly timed T-piece on his part. But now he needs a long bar in the worst possible way, but he's going to end up burning with a L piece and an S piece. All right, but that Spire in the middle of his stack is not looking good. He gets a dirty Tetris in column 3, so Cole making it happen with a less than ideal board, building a couple of rows off the bottom. And now he's getting S bursted and Z bursted. You hate to see it. He would love a long bar right now, but it's not going to come, and he's going to top out at 231K. Now on the bottom, Tetris Ranger with a pretty good outing right here, 180,000 at 54 lines. He is building one row off the bottom, so let's see if he decides to go for the column 9. Nope, he's going to transition that well back over to the right side. All right, and over here we are still on Ethan Thought's watch, but Hazel has topped out at 361,000, a new high score for her.
Somebody in chat asked if James Chen is here. I don't think so. So you're kind of stuck with us right now, at least in this moment. Our friend Chris Payne is here.
Saw him yesterday. Didn't get a chance to talk too much with him, but yeah, one of the all-time greats for CTWC.
All-time great, James Chen, Chris Payne, Mari, and Danny.
All right, and looking at the quals right now, obviously we have plenty of action left here, but at this point, the cutoff for silver is 130,000 points. So as long as you've got 130,000 points, you're going to make silver. And looking at the qualifying board right now, sitting on Gold Watch on this stream is Cole. Right now, he sits as the number 2 seed in silver, but he's got a lot of time left. So as long as he improves that score by a little bit more, he'll be in gold. But right now, sitting at the 50th seed, Tetris Ranger currently in the 67th spot with his 400.